So, Liam and Ryder are down for the count. Would you like to help with the trick-or-treaters?
Yeah, I will in a minute. I'm looking for a letter that I swear I saw earlier.
Clear out, ghosts. We're home.
Hey! Oh! Whoa, look at the candy.
Bree, you made out like a bandit.
And in record time. You guys were barely gone an hour.
Well, we would have forged on, but someone had to play hero.
Uncle Bobby put out a fire.
Really?
Well, we passed this one house, and there was a flaming brown paper bag on the stoop, and I stomped it out without thinking. Oh. I left my shoe outside.
But now can we go to the party? Please, Mommy, can we go to Aunt Natalie's party?
Congrats.
Please, Mommy, can we go to Aunt Natalie's party?
Honey, I told you that party is for grown-ups. Besides, it's almost your bedtime.
Bree, sweetheart, why don't you show Grandpa what kind of candy you got?
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
let him eat too much. I'd like to talk to your mommy for a minute.
Oh, we're going to take inventory. What inventory is? I thought you had candy, but you had inventory.
Honey, why not go to the party?
And you can't be serious.
Look, your father and I will look after Bree, okay? And I think Natalie would be really pleased if you came.
What is this?
It's a paternity test. It's Liam's paternity test.
I don't understand. Liam's paternity test should say that Brody's the father. Why does this say John?
I have no idea. I wouldn't be so sure of that.
How's the rehab going?
I'm not supposed to have too much candy, so if you find something healthy like raisins in there, you save them for me, all right?
I remember when I got out of the hospital about a year ago. It was a long haul before I could, be 100% again. Of course, I didn't have a heart transplant. I'm sure that's pretty involved. So, what kind of regimen does the doctor have you on?
What do you think?
Well, I can imagine you probably have to
Do yourself a favor and shut up. I know what you're doing, and it's as clumsy as it is stupid.
I don't think that it's unreasonable that I would not want to celebrate the engagement of my sister and my ex-fiance.
See, I thought you two had reached some sort of détente.
Well, nobody's been punched or strangled lately, but I wouldn't exactly say that we're doing each other's nails.
It would be such a magnanimous gesture on your part if you were to go.
I don't know, Mom. I could go, but seeing Natalie and Brody celebrating and dancing together, I would hate to say something that we would all regret.
Honey, I can understand why you wouldn't want to go, but
Wait, do you hear that? It's quiet.
it's much too quiet.
Ford.
Come on, Ford. Even you aren't dumb enough to think that we could ever get along.
At least I'm making the effort.
Well, don't, because you are and always will be an unscrupulous dog led around by his hormones. I will never forget how you took advantage of my daughter.
And you're a miserable old best. You're a miserable old coot, bent on making your daughter's life as difficult as possible. Jessica's accepted my place in Ryder's life. Why can't you?
Because a one-eyed, three-legged rabbit dog would be a better father to Ryder.
Sticks and stones. I'm not going anywhere. You can either accept that, or you can rage yourself into another heart attack. You don't want to accept me into Jessica's life. That's fine. But don't be surprised if that costs you her respect. So go ahead. Make my life miserable. Because while you are picking on me, I'm going to be the picture of niceness. I will smile and say, yes, sir, even when you blast me when nobody's looking, because there's nothing I won't do to make my son proud of me. And if you end up looking like a nasty son of a SOB, then that's on you.
Enough. Maybe you got a point.
I do?
Yeah. Maybe I should make the effort. Or maybe I can learn to tolerate you.
If you can tolerate me, I can tolerate you.
Did you see that?
Ford and Dad make nice? Yes, I did.
Will wonders never cease?
Bree, come here, sweetie. Why don't you go and get your coat and bag? We have one more house that we have to hit, okay? Tina?
So, what's next? A cookout with Carlo Hesser.
Excuse me?
You're just on some streak. You extended an olive branch to Rex, then to Brody, then to Robert Ford. Can David Vickers be far behind?
You think I'm losing my edge?
No. On the contrary. You are rediscovering something that is inside yourself. Something that has been gone, actually, since the day you were estranged from Bo. I hope it sticks, because it reminds me of the way things used to be.
When things were simpler.
When were things ever simpler?
They were when you wore that. You remember?
Yeah. You know, when Joe died, I thought that a part of me had died with him. And I thought my only purpose in life would be to raise my two boys, that there were no more chances for me.
Well, how wrong you were. And as far as I'm concerned, you still have all sorts of chances. And the question is, when are you going to start taking them?
Boy, you don't give up, do you? You're still challenging me.
Well, that's what I do best. Ever since we first met. You remember?
How could I forget? When I met you, you were an arrogant pain in the butt. Thought you knew everything there was to know about journalism.
Joe agreed. That's why he hired me.
He hired you to keep an eye on me.
And look at me. Still on the job.
I think that that's a career you could finally retire from.
No can do. It was a lifetime appointment.
I'm going to check on the boys.
All right. I'm going to clean up this mail. You didn't sort through this earlier, did you?
No, why?
Well, I'm looking for a letter that was addressed to me. I swear it was here. Now it's gone.
Oh.